I'd rather play the SMGs.
I think would be like the best thing that could happen for the game.
Just bring some more.
Astralis, of course.
So my wish list for 2022 changes for weapons, I would say that we would get a reduction in price for the A4. I think a slight nerf on the A1, so maybe like a little bit harder to control recoil.
In terms of weapon changes, I would like the M4 A1 to be a little nerf. I think it's buffed too hard right now.
So on top of my list for 22 weapon changes is I want the FAMAS to be a little bit more viable. I feel like it's not really being played that much. Most players, I mean, especially me, I rather play the SMGs than play FAMAS, honestly. I think the CTs, just like something with the economy maybe. I mean, right now they have the very OP silencer, so maybe they should balance that out with the M4A4, so both weapons get a little bit viable, because right now I feel like 90% is just playing the silencer.
Top of my list for 2022 in CSGO is more maps being introduced. More fluent map pool. Kind of tired of playing the same 7 maps. Just bring some more.
So I'd like a new map, like a rotation or something, I don't know. And I'd want like Dust 2 removed. I feel like it's been in the game for a long time and I don't really like it. I don't like the change they did now either.
I think it would be nice to get another map coming into the pool, like a completely brand new map. And then I think just like some small changes on like maps that we play a lot, or like removing old ones like Dust 2. I think I would just prefer that to just be removed and then put in something like completely different, or something that we had before like Cobble. Just getting one of like the maps that we used to have, just like revise it.
I think Ancient is not ready yet. I think there is a lot of wasted space on the map, and I think there needs to be some more rotations on the map.
How many trophies am I winning? That's a good question. I think 1 major trophy and 3 big tournaments. That's a goal.
I would like to win at least 1 major trophy for next year. Like actually winning the major would be like obviously the biggest wish list. I would say like if we could win like at least 3 tier 1 tournaments, I think that would be like a very successful year for us, and I think it's attainable.
Good question. I believe we are able to host maybe 5 trophies next year. Obviously, it's very hard to live up to the Astralis era trophy game, but I believe we can hoist 5 trophies next year.
I'd like to win 4 or 5, and I'd like to be contending for the final spots a lot more, like being in the finals.
The #1 team at the end of 2022 will be NiP or Navi.
Us or Navi? I think we're getting like our pieces together. Obviously we still lack a little bit of LAN experience. And then of course Navi, I think they're just like a different team right now.
I think it's really hard to say like who's going to be like the best team of 2022. I think that for us, it'll take us a little bit of time to be able to get to that level. I think that Navi has a good chance of like being the #1 team going to 2022, but it's really hard to predict. And a lot of teams are getting really strong, just trying to like make changes so they can beat Navi. But I think like the safe answer is probably Navi here.
So the best team in the end of 2022, it would be Astralis. I think by then we are sorted out and played together long enough and got all our stuff together. So yeah, I reckon we will be top of the list.
I mean, I think I would like to see my good friend Device become the #1 player next year. I think he's had too many number 3s. So 2022 will be his year and our year.
Okay, so the player I want to see becoming the #1 player next year would be Device. I feel like, I mean, he's been in the top 5 now for, I don't know how many years, and I feel like he deserves the #1 next year.
I would like to see Twist be the #1 player for 2022. I think that he's a really good player. I think that he would deserve it. If not for us, I would probably pick Simple again, just to see like how many years he can do it.
I believe a player like Config has a lot to prove, and also can be a top player.
I think the main wish that I have like from Valve for a 2022 wish list would be like a workable matchmaking system, so people didn't have to go to third parties and they could just play matchmaking, not have to worry about cheaters, have some type of leaderboard and a seasonal leaderboard, I think would be like the best thing that could happen for the game.
I would wish for the Krieg to become more useful again. Maybe some other weapons as well. I wouldn't mind some more shotguns.
I think my biggest wish for 2022 would be to win a major.
Just to have fun. I believe CS is way more nice to play when you have fun. Winning a major would be amazing as well, but we take one tournament at a time.